Johnson Medical Center has been providing quality health care for infants to seniors where each patient is valued regardless of their ability to pay. I have here joining us now Ephraim Kaba, who's going to share with us the details surrounding the services the medical center provides. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Be happy to be here.
Yes, and we're glad that you're on.
Yes.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about Henrietta Johnson Medical Center and the type of services that the medical center provides?
Yes, Henrietta Johnson Medical Center is a 501c3 federally qualified health center governed by a volunteer board, and we provide medical, dental, and women health services throughout the Wilmington area, and we have been in service since 1968. That
Yes.
makes us the first community-oriented primary care services to this community. So we have a long history, more than 45 years, serving the medically indigent population of Wilmington.
And so let's talk about that. It's been so long, but since then you've expanded. The medical center has expanded to East Side. You have your Southbridge location, and now Claymont. So can we talk a little bit about the expansion and what that means to the hospital?
Yes, we started with really an apartment on A Street, I believe, and since then we moved to 601 Newcastle Avenue. We provide, basically we have almost 11 exam rooms, from 2 exam room 11, and then we have dental services that we expanded just 2 years ago, and we added from 3 to 10 operatories, and then also we added the women health, but from nothing to 7 exam rooms. So we've been doing expansion. 2.5 years ago we moved to the east side, and we also added 6 exam rooms, medical and pediatric services, including dental. So we've been expanding, and we try to accommodate everybody's need within the means we have. Just recently we moved to the northern part of Wilmington, to Claymont. In Claymont, we applied a federal grant for what they call New Access Point, or NAP. And we haven't gotten funded, but we hope we'll be funded in the next round. And in that location, we're going to provide, again, primary care, which is, our primary care is community-oriented primary care. Everybody's need is taken care of. And then we're also going to add, dental service there. So we are moving, and our strategic plan for the next 5 years is also to see to meet the unmet need of the southern Newcastle area. So we've been busy, and it looks like a long time, but this thing moves slowly. But the last 5 years, we've been really moving fast, trying to accommodate, the Affordable Care Act is also, the healthcare system is changing. So we're trying to strategize ourselves and be ready for the new, uninsured population of Wilmington. Our commitment is to serve the Wilmington community as much as we can.
Yes, and then speaking about insurance with the Affordable Care Act, how does the medical center help those who are currently uninsured?
Yes, our goal is to serve everybody regardless of income, and anybody could come to the health center when we serve. And that doesn't mean we are free clinic, we are not, but we accommodate, and nobody is denied. And that's a volunteer board, our mission and our policy, is that nobody is denied due to inability to pay for the care. Of course, when the patient leaves there, we do provide them on a sliding fee scale, and in most cases, most of our patients do qualify 75% of their bill, but they are expected to do that, and we give them a payment plan and all that. So our mission is to help, and when you come to Henrietta Johnson Medical Center or Eastside, you can be assured we're not going to deny you care.
Right.
But we also trying to accommodate your needs.
And what do you feel are some of the strengths? You've been around since 1968. What are some of the strengths of the medical center?
The strength is we are a very well staffed organization. Most of our providers are board certified. In fact, I should say all. And we have a very seasoned providers, and most of our providers, one of our providers has been with the community, with us in the community, serving the population for more than 20 years. And we have another provider who also was there almost 10 years. So we do keep those providers, and our goal is our strength really is we keep professionalism in our area. We are when you come to us, we are fun-loving, at the same time professionally. You will be treated fairly.
Yes.
And customer service is our asset, really. We value our patient. We want to be able to take care of them, their needs, really, how do I say it, timely and promptly across the board.
And in regards to reaching out to all those who are in our community, how has the medical center helped the Hispanic community when it comes to those who don't really speak English?
Yes, in fact, one of our goals is to expand Hispanic population, to serve more. Right now, about 12% is what we serve, and mostly African Americans are our population, more than 60%. And then the rest of it is 15% of our patient load is Caucasians. But our goal is to increase our patient. So we have front office people, or let's say patient service. We do have bilingual, staff from front to the nursing, and also we are trying to recruit aggressively bilingual providers. We do have in the OB area a nurse practitioner who is bilingual. So we welcome, and we're trying to really increase the need for the Hispanic population in Wilmington area. The next 3, 4, 5 years, we will be able to serve almost without any language barrier.
Right.
Which is when they're needed, and at the same time they come in, we serve them. But right now we have a language line, and that language line also helps in translating the physician, helping the physician translating, the patient need. But so it's a seamless operation, but we like to have the provider who can speak the language. That's make one-to-one. Face-to-face will be more
beneficial,
engaging and more beneficial, I think.
Exactly.
In my opinion.
And in regards to dealing with the patients, Henrietta Medical Johnson Center has what we call the patient-centered medical home. So can you tell us the details about this idea?
Yeah, the patient-centered medical home. I think this is a new model, sort of a new model, but it's what in my view, it was an old gatekeeper concept where the primary care physician is really, as a team, providing care to the patient in a more coordinated fashion. It's a team approach where the primary care provider is shepherding or more or less for our patient to go to the specialist, to the different specialists appropriately, timely, and the patient is well taken care of from. Really, it's a lifetime kind of relationship we're trying to create in our community, which is very helpful. Today, everybody goes to a specialist unnecessarily, to the emergency. That's why we're trying to really cut that, manage it, coordinate it, and make sure our patient receive the best care that they receive. And I'm happy to mention to you, we are level 3 PCMH, which is the highest designation that the health center receives. So we are very proud of it, and we're trying to make sure that we deliver what we promised.
That's wonderful. And Ephraim, before we leave, how could one receive more information about the medical center? Should they look for more information, becoming a patient? How can one reach out?
When we reach out, we have a website, hgmc.org, and also they can call 302-655-6187, and we are very happy. In fact, as of today, we have a lot of open panels, so our physicians are waiting to receive any patient who comes in, and you'll be really get the schedule that you need to see your physician right away.
Wonderful.
So we like to invite anybody in Wilmington to come and seek us and experience the medical thing that we provide.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
your
you very
time. I
much.
really appreciate you
it.
joining
Yes,
us today.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. More of La Conexión when we return.
I like being in the water. It's relaxing. It makes me better for other sports. It gets me motivated and get my stamina up. When I first came to swim for the Y, I couldn't even do one full lap. Sometimes I think about it, wanting to go to the Olympics. I like watching swim meets on TV and see like their stroke. I learned from their techniques, so I kept pushing myself, coming to practice 2 times a day. But coming to the Y, they push me harder every day because they know I could do better than what I'm doing. I appreciate it because it's making me better and it's benefiting for my life.
The YMCA of Delaware is offering free summer options for Wilmington youth, which includes free membership until August 29th and free swimming lessons. Joining us now to share the details are Kevin Patterson and Brandon Lee Johnson. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, this is a great initiative that the YMCA is doing. They are offering free membership to inner city youth up until August 29th. So can you tell us a little bit about this initiative?
Yeah, so it's an initiative, in partnership with not only, the Y, but the Boys and Girls Club, the LACC, and I believe there's one more organization that is with this is to try and get, teens off the street and into something more positive. So, we're offering to open the doors of the Y, of the Boys and Girls Club and the LACC for those 13 to 18 to be able to come in, use the facility. It'll be somewhat structured things for them to do, and it's for the summer. It's free.
Right.
The doors are open. They can come on in.
And this is a great opportunity for our Wilmington youth here. I mean, in the summertime, it's their most idle time. They have like nothing to do. And one thing that always stands in the way is financial necessity. And where am I going to spend my money? Do I need to spend it on membership, or let me go get me a meal today? We're here, not only are they getting free membership, but they're also getting access to your swimming pools, your fitness centers, your basketball courts. Can you tell us a little bit about that aspect?
Yeah, so they get access to not only, the pools and the fitness center, like everyone associates with the Y, but they're also getting lunch. The Y is bringing in lunch for them to have. They also get access to our teen centers. Our teen centers have ping pong tables, computers for them to play on, TV for them to watch, video games for the guys. They also get access to the basketball courts and different things like that. So it's a lot more than just the pool and the gym that they have access to. So.
And Kevin, working with the kids on a day-to-day basis, how do you feel this will help them in the summertime?
I feel it will be a great thing for children at this age, and especially around this time. It's summertime, they're fresh out of school, they're a little antsy, they need somewhere to go. So opening their doors, the YMCA opening their doors to them is a great tool for them to stay off the streets and get into something a little structure, also fun. We don't want to take away the fun. Every kid needs fun. So we just try to make it, make it good for them.
Exactly, I agree. This time more than ever in the year, I would say. But amongst all these kids who are trying to come into the summer for your pools and everything else, we also have the YMCA, who is a year-round nonprofit organization. So what are some of the other ways that the organization helps to provide services for the community?
Well, we have before care and after care available. So before care starts at 7. You can bring your child in and we'll take them to school. We'll drop them off if they need to be dropped off. And then aftercare starts around like 3. So they come in from after school. We either pick them up or they get dropped off. And so we have structure going on there. They get their homework done, they get a meal, they get free time, and they also get to just be themselves.
That's great. But I know you wanted to add something?
Yeah, so we also we have our swim lessons. We have a swim team. Walnut Street YMCA now has a swim team that's been in existence for about 3 years now. It's growing.
Okay.
We have our teen center, which teens can come, after school, get help with their homework, like in before and after care. But it's a older thing where they can just hang out with friends, watch TV, pool table, ping pong table, computers. Again, the gym is available for them to have fun upstairs in the gym. So.
And talking about swim lessons, something that's really happening now that's kind of unique is the free swimming lessons that are being provided by the YMCA, which is also going to help kids not only learn how to swim, but safety habits that should be taken when going to a swimming pool or at the beach if they wanted to go swimming. Can you talk to us a little bit about these free swimming lessons?
Absolutely. Our swim lessons are what we call in our WaterWise program. Our WaterWise program is a statewide initiative by the YMCA of Delaware to get every kid who may not have the availability or the affordability to be able to do swim lessons, have swim lessons. If they don't have a suit, we actually go out and we purchase them a brand new bathing suit that is theirs to keep. We don't get it back. We give them bags to bring their stuff in case they don't have anything to bring their stuff in. And if need be, we offer towels if they need towels. It's a great initiative. We do it all year long, not only during the summer.
Oh, that's great to know.
Yeah, okay. So this is something that we do throughout the year. There is still spots available right now. Okay. If people wanted to come and be a part of that free swim lessons. It's held at either the Walnut Street location or this year we're going to be at Price's Pool on Wednesdays.
Okay, and what are some of the benefits for these kids who are getting involved? I wanted to make sure that we also highlighted that you don't have to be a member of the YMCA to receive these free classes. Is that correct?
Correct, you do not. So with any of our lessons, you don't have to be a member of the Y. You can feel free to come to the Y to be a part of our swim lessons, because we believe that it is every kid's right to, get that lifelong skill of learning how to swim. It's something that'll stick with you throughout your whole life. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are some of the benefits you believe? I do recall there was a story, Usher Raymond's, his son, actually at the bottom of the pool, his arm got stuck somewhere. But there are so many different cases throughout the country where kids end up drowning and unfortunately passing away because of a swimming pool incident.
Absolutely.
So how do you guys help prevent that?
Well, first, the first line of defense is all about the parents. When they go out to pools and stuff, the best thing I can say is make sure you watch your children. Mm-hmm. Yes, there may be lifeguards on duty and stuff like that, but the more eyes that you have watching the children, and maybe not only just your children, but the pool in general, the more eyes that we have on the pool, the better safe that our kids are in the pools. Because drowning can happen 2 inches below the surface of the water. It's not something that has to be all the way at the bottom of the pool. That's or right. Anything like that. Like it's normally shallow when it happens. Mm-hmm. And it just comes from the lack of attention that people just sometimes don't pay.
It really can happen in a split second.
Absolutely.
And let's talk about your summer camps. I know Kevin, you're dealing with about 200 kids on a daily basis. So let's talk about the summer camps and what's entailed into the sessions here. What's going on with the kids?
A normal day in summer camp, we open the doors at 7. We would go up into our groups. We would go in, they'd mellow out, have fun with their friends just for a little bit, and then we'd break off into our units. Okay. And then that's when we get into our clubs. We offer in clubs this year, so there's different things they can choose from. They can choose from swimming to arts and crafts to camp games, music and movement. We have cooking. We have different things like paper mache. There's a whole variety of clubs we have to offer. And the program has just evolved now. Okay. I really feel like it's evolved from where we used to do. So it's more structure and it's more fun and it's all learning as well. So the kids are not really just coming in and just having fun all day, but they're learning actually. It's hidden learning in every lesson that we have. And that's really a good tool for the kids during the summertime, just to close that summer loss gap.
Yes, thank you, Kevin, for sharing that with us. And lastly, can you tell us where people could go if they wanted to get some more information, get their child involved, and also share with us how we know our child will be safe in your hands?
I mean, they can go to the website, www.ymcade.org, or they can feel free to stop in, take a tour around the building, see what the Y is like. Come in, look at the facility, go around with a staff member, and they'll show you different things, different areas that people don't know that we have. And just get a feel for the Y. Even come in, try the Y for a day, and see how you like it.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
My pleasure. The Police Athletic League of Delaware SAFE program recently held their graduation ceremony. The program provides an outlet for students to express themselves while learning about bullying, violence, and suicide prevention. Here's a clip that highlights the events that took place at the graduation ceremony. And on behalf of all of us here at WITN 22, I'm Yesenia Tavares. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.
I think the SAVE program that POW is doing is an amazing way to teach our kids about suicide and violence prevention. I'm here to share my story. I lost my son to suicide in 2001 when he was 15. And unless we speak publicly about the effects of bullying and violence and suicide, we're not going to be able to make a difference in Delaware. I think it's really important that we empower the kids, especially inner city youth who are exposed to, unfortunately, more violence than many of the non-inner city kids, to act when they hear people threatening suicide or people being bullied. Unfortunately, many suicides are a direct result of bullying by a family member or by a friend. So the more information that we can give them, the better they're going to be able to act when they see something that just doesn't seem quite right. Be willing to listen. Sometimes it's very difficult to hear your child say, "I'm struggling." We don't want to face it sometimes because it reflects on our ability as good parents, our parenting skills. But be willing to listen. Be willing to look for the signs. Don't be afraid to act. It's very difficult. You feel guilty sometimes that you don't recognize the signs early enough.
We are going to start with, first and foremost, Garfield Park. So all the children from Garfield Park, make your way to the stage. I mean, make your way, like run in here. Woo! Clap it up for them. Come on, Garfield Park. You guys can, you can make a line. Careful.
Let's give a round of applause for Garfield Park. These are my babies. I am, they call me Coach Diamond. I am the SAVE program teacher here at Garfield Park, and I had the honor of being able to share the lesson that was necessary for suicide and violence education with these young men and ladies. And it was more, I say this every semester, but we come to give them something. But if you humble yourself, you'll be available for what they have to offer you. They have so much on the inside of them and so much to share if we just, as parents and as the community, listen not only to what they're saying, but how they're expressing themselves. And they have their own creative way of expressing themselves. Derek. They express themselves in different ways. And as they're taught in the classroom, I charge the adults to listen not only with what they're saying, but what they're not saying. So they learned the program here, and we charge them to take it home and share it with their parents. But as parents and community leaders, we need to be able to not only look at what they're doing, but listen to how they express themselves creatively when they're happy, when they're sad, and be able to have that conversation with them and ask them, hey, what's going on? How was your day? To start the conversation to get in more in their lives. All right? Y'all looking at me. Am I talking too much? Yeah. Okay. No. So we want to honor our Garfield Park students, starting with Miss Tiffany Butcher. Yes. Marquise Easley. Zach Gerard. Yes. Rain Green. Now, Rain said she wanted to share one thing that was very touching to her. She's the only one that asked, so I'm gonna give her 2 seconds. What was your favorite part of Save?
My favorite part of Save was Miss Diamond turned her wig all the way around.
Thank you, Rain Green. Mr. Jamari Hoxter. And this is a miracle. But one of my, he knows who he is. Mr. Kima McNeil. Miss Lily Torres. Miss Sierra Nutter. Mr. Derek Walker. And last but not least, I had to think very hard about who would be our 2015 spring semester outstanding student. And this person not only showed up, but he was there for his other students. He learned, he was able to articulate it back to everyone, and he is just a pillar in the community, Mr. Gage Parucci. So I'm gonna go down here. Come around this way. Put your save stuff in front of you. Real quick. We have other sites, real quick. Make sure it's right side up and not upside down, Kima. And thank you to my director, Mr. Dave Salter, for overseeing this awesome program. One more time, get up for Garfield Park.